could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Mostly Bad Ideas, a mostly 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast that has so far not featured a single dungeon or dragon. This story is one that follows a group of adventurers that seem to have landed in the midst of something much larger than they anticipated. Yes, even larger than Milk Jug himself. I have to note that although this game is based on the D&D games of my childhood, it is in no way, shape, or form for children. We cuss and swear, we talk about orc penis and prison wallets, and we make satirical references to all sorts of things happening in the world. That said, we'd like to reiterate that no character or place in this world of fantasy is to represent any real-world people or places. It is all in the name of good fun, satire, and avoidance of copyright infringement. So please put the kids to bed, or toss in your earbuds, as we continue to follow our crew as they head into Act 2 of our story, and surely continue to have mostly bad ideas.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Alright boys, let's play D&D.
Let's do this.
So, if I remember right, John was up on stage singing karaoke as this happened.
I had just sat down
you
to
had
eat
just
and
come
had
downstairs and you were about to sit down with Brody, I believe.
Yep.
And the door comes swinging wide open. In steps 3 fully geared, fully, kind of decked out individuals. The man in the lead wearing a big cliche piratey hat exclaimed that his name was Captain Toki Chavez, and he was here for Azamar. And then I believe Fafnir yelled out, "Nobody gives a fuck," and Knuckle jumped down off of the stage.
Okay. So I approached Mr. Chavez. I'm kind of drunk, if I remember correctly, because I was up there with fucking Paulson, just slugging beer, singing Margaritaville.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tequila.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you're jumping down off the stage and starting to walk towards, run towards.
I'm like, I'm making my way, right up to him, and I'm asking him, if you want to come in, I need some ID, and I don't appreciate you busting my doors like that. That's one strike.
So
Fafnir's in the background, sips his tea real quick with the pinky out, puts it down, and he said, "Didn't anybody ever teach you all manners? You don't slam a person's door."
So as you guys, begin to, kind of, as you go to say something to him, Knuckle starts walking towards him going, "I need to see ID, fellas." Half the room also starts to get up, and people start, kind of like fangirl running towards the door. They're like, oh my god, it's you guys. And, they're like, Captain Tucky Child put his hands like, calm down, everybody. And even Grogglepock jumps up over the counter and was like, holy shit. And,
I go over to Grogglepock. Who the fuck are these guys? And why is everybody freaking out?
These guys are the head members of the Destiny's Guild on our continent.
Oh, no shit.
These are the adventurers. I mean, these guys have slain more dragons and stopped more atrocities in this country than any other Destiny's Guild group, ever to live. They're famous for their, always getting the latest and greatest in technology when it comes to, airships and stuff like that. Pandora keeps them very heavily outfitted. They're kind of the right hand of the Destiny's Guild and Pandora for our country. They're here looking for your boss. I mean, I'm gonna go get an autograph if you don't mind.
Sit down.
No, don't let me stop you.
Mr. Chavez, I understand
they're on our side.
You're a big deal, but you're in luck. I'm an equal opportunity skullfucker. Famous or not, ID to come into the bar. No ID, you can go swoon over your fans outside. The choice is yours. I'm gonna die on this hill. And I fold my chair. I fold my chair and I hold it in my hand. We can do this one way or the other.
He goes, sorry for the burst, and it's kind of our style. A round of mead for everyone here at the bar. And he's like, we'll have 3 of your finest shots and get that old bag Azamar down here. We need to have a conversation,
I laugh a little bit.
Him and his 2 friends, they hand you, whatever credentials,
okay.
and he also he pulls out he pulls out like a coin, like a little gold coin that is the exact same as the one that you guys received with your invitations to the Destiny's Guild.
I have a
that has the symbol of the guild, and he pulls out a coin. He's like, guild, sorry guys, should have identified ourselves first. Sorry.
I have like a blacklight torch thing, and I hold it up, and they're real. Let them in. I open up the little red rope, and I
look. There's a watermark in the corner. It's got a dick.
Is that this place?
I had to check the size to make sure it was right.
I kind of slink up beside Nuncle, and I look at Toki Chavez, and I'm like, "Hey, Toki, I think we're part of the same guild, bud." And I hold up our gold coin as well.
Aye, fellow Destiny's Guild members. Grimlock, Oz, come over here. And, he motions to his, 2 friends that are with, and, he...
I'm going to go on a limb here. Grimlock is the gnome?
Yes.
Okay.
DM,
yes.
Would it have been before I met up with these guys, would my faction have given me credentials and or challenge coin as well?
Yeah. So you have obviously you would have your holy symbols and stuff like that, which I think is probably special to your order since you're part of kind of
the insignia on the shield.
Yeah, part of the Order of Last Race. Now you were if I remember right, you were not geared currently because you had just got done cleaning up. You're not in your full plate with your weaponry and all that.
Well,
because you said you came down in your vestments type of deal.
The thing I was talking about at that point was before we understood that I could have taken a shower or a bath and then went to sleep. So when we retroactively fixed that, I said, okay, well then I'm coming down at my gear. Then,
okay.
I thought I had to go get a bath, so it's all good.
Hey, no, fair enough. So so you have your, you're all symboled out, and
sitting here like a cop doing this.
Chavez, he kind of glances over at you, and he's like, Order of Last Rites as well. Azamar's got an interesting crowd at his bar these days. Where is the old Dodger?
You know me?
Well,
sorry.
It's funny you mentioned that, Toki. He has absconded this establishment as of recent, and we're not entirely sure where he went.
Oh, drat! We were sent to pick him and his chosen up for the ceremony.
I think that
Pandora.
I think in his stead he has chosen us to be his chosen 3.
Yep. And I pull my coin out of my ass. Chosen.
So he's like, excellent. He's like, you guys are exactly who we were looking for, but we were hoping to take Azamar down as well. For the ceremony, his presence was requested by the guild, which they haven't requested his presence in a long time. So,
Toki, if you got some time, Grogglepock, please get our esteemed guests here a round of whatever they'd like. Toki, would you mind accompanying me? Maybe you and your guild would mind accompanying me to a corner table here, and maybe we could have a chin wag between the 3 of you and the 3 of us so we could get a little bit more information here. We've been, for lack of better context, kind of thrown into this whole mess, and I like some insight if you could provide any.
Absolutely. Pull up a chair. Grimlock, you know what to do. Perimeter.
But by all means,
to Grimlock and the gnome.
Gary Paulson still needs help. He's up here riding solo and he's botching it, so I got to help him finish this song. And I run back run back up on stage. Can I roll performance?
What was that?
Can I roll performance?
Absolutely. I was just going to ask you to roll performance. But
Hey,
he gives his order to Grimlock as well, and the gnome bustles off back out the front door.
is Grimlock a metal T-Rex? Or is he a
No.
gnome? I can't remember. Oh,
He's a gnome.
wasn't Grimlock the T-Rex from Transformers?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think he
Yeah.
was.
18 plus 2 that's a 20, dirty 20.
All
Dirty
right,
20.
you guys you're killing it.
It's the best rendition of Margaritaville we've ever heard.
We switched to big timers, still fly.
Yeah. Not only are you killing it, this is Robert Paulson's fucking calling. He is up there just nailing it. He just rolled a nat 20 for his performance.
And the whole crowd starts going. And the whole crowd starts going, his name was Robert Paulson. His name was Robert Paulson. His name was Robert. They're all chanting at the same time.
Yes. So all this is going on. Knuckles up there, having a good time, and Toki, he grabs the drinks off the bar, thanks Grogglepock, lays down a small pile of coins, and comes over to the table, sets everybody's drinks down, and has a seat with you. And then his counterpart that he referred to as Oz, it just kind of stands, behind him, as he has a seat.
Toki.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, can I do a quick perception check just to see if I recognize him from the statues we saw back in the dungeon?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me we'll call that perception.
Okay,
That makes sense.
let me just
The music, the moment, you're never gonna let it go. And Uncle forgot
Mom
what he wrote
spaghetti.
down already. Mom spaghetti.
North Watches lemon cakes.
Yeah, lemon cakes on
So-
my loincloth already.
We need a whole album. We need a knuckle album.
That's
a
awesome.
Fucking T-shirt if I've ever heard of one.
Oh my god.
That's a 15.
Okay. So with a 15, no. Toki here doesn't look like he was on any of those statues. Neither does Oz. However, the gnome looks
The one I had.
strangely familiar to the gnome statue from the little dungeon crawl you guys went through.
I don't say anything to Brody. I just kind of look over at him and I go, I just do it all real fast.
I look at him and my eyes go up. I'm like, oh no, wait, and I do like this to him, and then you just you're like no, you're like okay, no.
No, just you twist.
Toki's sitting there with his drink, watching you guys make weird hand gestures to each
It's
other.
Nunkle's dick. It's Nunkle's dick.
That's why I had it like this. That's
yeah,
why I had it like this, and I was going,
big girthy triumphant bastard.
Is this some form of the thieves' cant or the thieves' sign language? I'm not familiar
I think
with this.
yes. Forgive me, Toki. We have our own sign language that we've developed between the three of us, and as rude as the gesticulations may seem, I assure you, we know exactly what one another are talking about.
Oh, I'm sure.
Listen, Toki, you seem like you're a good dude. Everybody here seems to like you. We are in a bit of a conundrum, my friend. First of all, you mentioned Azamar. Can you give us a little bit of information, anything you might know about him? And the three of us, all come from what I'll say broken backgrounds, and our backstory we can get into at a later time. But we owe Azamar a great deal as a group, and we were sent to Last Light. What was Last Light? No, we're in Last Light.
Northwatch. Yeah,
we were sent to Northwatch recently by him to get a shipment of ale that was stolen that was supposed to be delivered. And in that time, we've managed to get ourselves in a great deal of trouble and out of that great deal of trouble so far. But, it's come to light that Azamar is infinitely more important than we ever would have guessed, beyond his kindness to us. And we were wondering if maybe you could allude or tell us a little bit more about what you know of the man.
He takes his bug and throws some back, and he goes, "First, bring me up to speed. Who's Azamar to you?" And instead of having you go through, everything, would you guys would you be sitting here? Would you give him like kind of the breakdown of the happenings that recently went on?
Yeah,
And
starting out with the original group and the trouble we got to on the road, and fighting our way through the brewery, and starting to be introduced to the characters of the old gods and the dungeon battle, meeting Fafnir. Kind of give them, not in express detail, because I don't want to tell them too much, because I don't really know this guy yet. Just a general overview of kind of the trouble that we've gotten into and kind of the situation we find ourselves thrust into.
So I imagine you're probably not going to bring up like the key that you found, or
No, as of right now, I'm not telling him anything.
We've
just I don't mind telling him who we fought, but I'm going to go and say that I'm not going to tell him anything that we have discovered or have on our person as of yet.
Are you going to tell him about the ship that crashed?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him about waxing Pensford's greasy ass, and then immediately almost getting a ship dropped on our head immediately afterwards.
So as you're telling that part of the story, he's cringing a little bit as he sips his mead, and he's like, as soon as you're done, he goes, "Oh, I'm real sorry about that. That's kind of our fault. We didn't know we didn't know anyone was down there. You're welcome as well, though. That ship was en route to your location, so I'll bring you up to speed now on where we are."
Okay.
So
you almost dropped a goblin on my fucking head.
Great apologies. Great apologies to that.
Fuck the goblin. He almost dropped a mast on our entire head.
Yeah, but it started with the goblin, man. It was raining fucking goblins. Have you ever seen a goblin liquefy because it hit the ground? That was traumatizing shit, man. I had to.
I'm gonna say that Nuncle also drunkenly stumbles up to the table to hear this.
Okay, Robert Paulson's hanging off you.
Nuncle comes up and like puts his hand on the table to like study it, and he slips off and he like gets back up again.
Yes, I'm leaning on Robert. I'm leaning on Robert, and he's like barely holding me up, like.
So he goes, "Well, it would seem inadvertently our paths have already crossed. So we were dispatched out to originally collect Azamar, as he had a last minute addition to this year's Destiny's Guild inductions to the ceremony. So we were on our way to collect Azamar and apparently collect you folks, as you seem to be his pick for this honor." And he says that a little funky, and he was like, "But we also we caught tail of an aircraft flying, black sails, and we tailed it for a little while." Until we determined that it was a craft load of goblins and other kind of nefarious-looking individuals. So we took it down, and it would seem we took it down right above you. So for that, we apologize. We thought that we were taking it into a unoccupied forest. We did not realize that there would be anybody below to kind of reap the tail end of that.
I can't say we were so calm about it at the time, but now retrospectively, Toki, I think we're okay. But maybe for future reference, before you drop a ship on a unswathed area, look below for campfires before you do so. My future recommend, no telling you how to run your ship or
no. We always try our best to scout for a good place to scuttle a ship, but it was raining and it was a stormy evening we were flying through, and so our apologies, and all the rounds on us here today.
As unpleasant as it was, I still appreciate what you did. We don't see black sails that often.
We don't either.
Is there anything you picked up as far as like, were these goblins and other beings organized, or were they?
We've received some reports that some folks have run into a cult that is starting to rear its head in this section of our country, and
while he's doing that, I was gonna say, while he's doing that, I just take the claw of my finger and I draw out the scythe and go like this.
So if you're gonna try to draw out the symbol for the cult, it was not the scythe.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. The cult
the
symbol that
scythe
we
was
saw.
the symbol for Nerul. The symbol for the
Sorry.
cult was the fractured skull, the three
fractured skull,
talons, and yeah.
Yeah, I start drawing that out on the table.
He goes, yes, that. So we had some documents and some things sent to us at our home office here in Larian, which is kind of where we live and reside, and kind of set out from. That's where the Destiny's Guild headquarters is for this country, as you guys will come to know, being that you're new members. But yeah, so we've been studying this cult of chaos only for a few days now. It would seem that you must be where we're getting our information.
I have to ask, what can you tell me of Vecna, and have you ever heard of his pseudo name, John Farson? He killed my parents when I was a very young man, and I owe him payback for that.
So
I didn't know that
we know little of Vecna, only that Vecna is was once upon a time known as the god of knowledge, knowledge and secrecy, and things of that nature. However, the Vecna's one of those gods that you don't hear of much these days, so it's very, very troubling that this cult seems to be not only following the teachings of Vecna, who was a real problem back in the day, but also of Zahir and Bane as well.
Well, let me tell you something, Toki. I'll be honest with you. He killed my parents about trying to. At the time, I remember in the night, he was trying to forego a prophecy that something with me, and he was to kill my parents and immediately got to me, but I was able to be taken out in the night before my town was destroyed. But short story long, the man has my father's guns, and I mean to take them back from him. Can you tell us anything about why the old gods are back in our area of the world making trouble?
So that's
or even interacting with us.
Yeah,
so
specifically coming after us.
Yeah,
you two are not. I take it not overly religious types.
No, sir.
I'm sure you, on the other hand, are. So,
question for you, sir.
After some, you would be very familiar with the whole pantheon of gods. No, like there are an insane amount of gods to be worshipped when it comes to D&D. There's many, many, many gods.
Yeah.
Knuckle had a question, I believe.
Knuckle, do his drunken question.
Do you like to arm wrestle?
Ooh, give me just a minute, lad. And,
we're getting into it. Knuckle goes.
He's scared, Robert.
We're going to all wrestle.
He's scared.
We're going to do it.
Robert,
he pats his friend. He goes, Oz, you go have fun with that one. And Oz is a drow. It doesn't look particularly strong.
I apologize for completely fucking up the ebb and flow of that, by the way. I did not.
No.
I was just picking, man. I saw the.
I think it's fantastic. Keep going.
I thought it was very Knuckle, man.
Oz is a drow that does not look all that intimidating. But then Toki goes, come on, Oz. He goes, all right. And he, kind of takes off his shirt, and he is a chiseled, ripped drow.
Just cock-looking motherfucker.
Absolutely spends all of his free time just fucking on his knuckles, just
fucking pikey kind of dude, man.
I look over at Fafnir, I'm like, that guy does Pilates.
So he sits down with you, Knuckle, and you guys start doing some arm wrestling there as Toki goes back to his explanation. You're at the table right next, so you're still within earshot and everything.
And Robert Paulson is holding both their hands and he's going, go!
Yes, absolutely. As if he could stop either of them, but Toki goes, it's obvious that you guys are unfamiliar with the old ways and the old gods. So let me give you a little bit of history and background here. And he starts going into Fafnir, you would know much of this. I was
going to say, if I may, it wasn't Vecna originally a wizard, but like a vampiric wizard. and then he became a lich, and then became a god.
Yes. Something along those lines there. So, essentially, what he explains to you guys, and like I said, Fafnir, you would be somewhat aware of this. So, once upon a time, in the days of old, gods were like there were gods were regulated. It was balanced. You had a god that was basically oversaw each alignment of individuals. So back in the day, there were 3 evil gods, 3 neutral gods, 3 good gods, and they created a balance among the pantheon. However, it's been a long time since those days, and people, through sheer power of worship and through quests for power and things of that nature, there have been many who have risen. Huh?
And the damn Koator.
Yep. there have been many who have risen and worked their way to what you would presume as godhood. So,
is that the wrong thing?
These days, the strength of the bond of a paladin and a cleric and kind of your holy folk is not what it once was. You used to have a much more direct tap in with your gods and be able to kind of commune on a regular basis and things like that. Nowadays, it feels like all kind of holy magic comes at kind of a trickle, you don't hear of like paladins directly conversing with their gods and clerics directly conversing with their gods. Now they're interpreting things as stuff of that nature. So there are lots of different theories as to why that's happening, and he kind of is going through breaking this down for you guys a little bit. And it would seem, and he finishes off by saying, it would seem that well, you fellas might have stumbled right into something here, and I hate to say it, I don't think you're quite qualified for what goes on here. I understand, Brody. I do understand where you are coming from with if this man John Farson is claiming that he is Vecna, that is a bad sign.
And I stopped him for a second, and I said, Toki, I don't mean to give you any offense, but I happen to know that Nuncle was a world wrestling champion. I happen to know that Fafnir is a dragon born of immense power and skill, and my family were raised to hold the line of the white for generations. I'm the last of my kind, a born gunslinger, born to the line of the Eld, and I mean to maintain my family's rights. So you have a false interpretation of us, sir. We may seem small, but we are mighty.
What? I turn my small, and I stand up and I flip the table, kind of. Who said that Nuncle is small? Sloshing back.
He says, I mean no offense. I did not mean that in a way that would be offensive. I mean that you are new additions now to the Destiny's Guild, and there are.
Oh, we are definitely green, buddy. We are definitely green
for some things that we do. And as much as
you're actually green, Uncle.
That's waiting for him to go racist.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Not all orcs are green.
Yeah. I'm ashy.
But he says, I mean no offense. I just mean that at the present time, I don't know that the 3 of you would be enough to take on a god.
I definitely agree.
That being said, I may be underestimating your abilities, but I've only recently heard of you, you gentlemen.
Well, if we had some seasoned adventurers to show us the ropes, there's nothing we couldn't accomplish.
Absolutely.
If I could, I had 2 questions for you, if I could, please.
Sure. Fafnir, was it?
Yes, Fafnir VA. We are obviously in need of some better equipment. Being part of this, does that give us access to any decent gear or something we could do to kind of better our standing currently?
So it will. Some fun things. It's clear to me that Azamar has not explained much to you gentlemen as far as the Destiny's Guild goes, for being his choice of his final boon from the guild was to appoint you gentlemen.
Toki, I can tell you that we didn't even know we were in the guild till about 20 minutes before you showed up.
Interesting. So
and I found mine in my pack. So
yeah, Fafnir just found out too.
Azabar's business is his business, and he is a strange man indeed. He's lived longer than he would care to admit, and he's seen more than he would care to explain. And I'm sure that one day he will provide you, gentlemen, with answers that you seek. I will not speak on his past for his own sake. However, I hope you boys know that what he's done for you here is special, because Azamar was once the leader of the Destiny's Guild here in
he was the leader of the Destiny's Guild?
He was, until he stepped down. And when he stepped down, he requested only one thing when he left. And that was one day to be able to choose one group without question to join the guild. And it would appear that that group is you. And no offense, but he kind of looks over at Uncle, who is, swaying back and forth, and, him and Rob Paulson are probably breaking back into song at this point and stumbling towards the stage. He goes,
yeah.
I mean, no offense, but you are quite a ragtag group, are you not?
We're very much the little giants here, so
fear not,
the boys, if you will.
Fear not, Toki. The greatest stories in history were often started by a ragtag group of individuals just like us.
Hey, absolutely, and there is, the Destiny's Guild is the place for that. We embody the motto that the adventure is the way to keep this realm safe and this world at peace, and the Destiny's Guild will surely help in training and directing you in ways that are beneficial for both the country and the world's sake, for sure. If you guys would like, since we are here in the morning, we will be setting back out for Larian. Since unfortunately Azamar is not here, we can't really collect him. So what I think what we should do is we should give you boys a lift to Larian, and then we should be on our way to see if we can track down Azamar. Did you happen to know where he went to?
He did not say.
May I finish my questions with you, please?
Yes, absolutely.
It's very quick. You're fine. You were answering. You're okay. So the last two I had was Azamar. I've never met him, but when I was checking around the place, his tower was radiating like the most blinding good energy that I'd ever laid my eyes on. I know from dealing with my faction that there are beings of celestial descent called the Asamar. Is that what Asamar is?
I wouldn't say he is a being of celestial descent. However, Asamar is a good man. He has had to make difficult choices in his life, but at the end of the day, he is a good man, which is why he led the Destiny's Guild for so long, and it was a shame whenever he stepped down with really no explanation, and he retired to this little town here. We've long kept an eye on him, from a distance, and allowed him to just do what Azamar does, but he's appeared to just be retired until recently, whenever he called upon his boon to bring you gentlemen on. In fact, he has not left Last Light in as long as we can remember.
I mean,
is,
we've only
that's why it's very strange that he's not here.
He took us all in. We're the only reason. I mean, Fafnir, we met not that long ago, but John and I, Nuncle and I, he took us in and took good care of us. And the entire time that we've worked here and known him, he's always been a quiet, decent man. Never alluded to any of this grandeur that you're telling us right now.
That is interesting.
Do you have more questions, Fafnir?
Just one, and I'll leave everybody alone. It occurs to me that your friend Grimlock over here bears an extreme resemblance to a group of statues we found taking care of some goblins for the mayor. And these statues were fixated around May Rule. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Interesting. No.
Insight check. Wait. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Hold on.
Let's see here.
Let me see what my insight is. +3. All right, I got my number.
All right, I've got mine.
I got an 18.
23.
Motherfucker!
So an 18 insight is with that. Toki's like, no, I don't. I have no idea why you would have seen a statue of Grimlock. That's what. Hey, Grimlock, you ever been cut for any statues that you know of?
How the fuck did he get behind us again?
What
and
the fuck?
He's standing right behind you guys. No, sir, not that I know of. By the way, perimeter's clear. There's no sign of no sign of Azamar.
How long have you been there?
Or anywhere? Just a few minutes. Don't
Somebody put a fucking bell on him or something.
don't mind me. Don't mind me, boys. I mean you no harm. Thankfully for you. And then he kind of slinks back off into another part of the bar and keeps kind of making his rounds. He's like, you can tell he's obviously listening on conversations and stuff like that. But he walks back off, so it's back to just you guys and Toki and Oz. And Toki stands up and he's like, well, gentlemen, he's like, I would love to offer you guys a ride to Larian. However, once we drop you boys off in Larian, we're gonna make our way to see if we can't find Azamar and possibly get him to Larian in time for the festival. It was a request of the guild, so we're gonna try our best to make it happen. However, I've known Azamar long enough that if he does not want to be found, then there's a good chance this is a wild goose chase. And since he didn't tell you boys where he was going. My guess is as good as any.
Well, Toki, if first of all, I appreciate the offer of the ride, and we appreciate the information. We've been flying blind through a lot of this, so thank you. Do you mind if me and my two colleagues confer here a little bit before we call this night?
No, please, by all means. And he stands up, he walks to the bar, and he sits down.
Real quick, Toki.
Yes.
Sorry, I wanted to stop him real quick. Hey, what was the? I didn't catch the situation with the gear. Is that something we get off of you, or are you dropping us somewhere where we're gonna get it, or is the guild providing us something?
When it comes to the Destiny's Guild, there are lots of things that will be available to you in time. As you earn your way, up the ranks and complete jobs and things of that nature. And kind of prove yourself to the guild. More and more will be allowed at your disposal. For new recruits, though, I'm afraid it's what you carry on with you. Obviously you are formidable enough that you were recommended by one of our former most powerful members. So I would assume you come at least semi-equipped for the job to start with. But don't worry, the guild will they're not going to send you to kill any great worm dragons for your first quest or anything like that. And then he drops the bag on the counter as he says that, and he goes,
"Thank you.
Drinks are on me for the rest of the night. Drinks, food, merriment. Let's make this place lively, and leave a nice paycheck for Azamar to come home to."
All right, boys, let's meander back here towards the lighthouse. I'd like to have a conversation with you, Stu. So the three of us walk back to the past the kitchen to the back where the lighthouse is. Obviously, we're at the entranceway for the lighthouse, and I look at Fafnir and I look at Nuncle, and I'm like, "What do you guys think?"
He seems nice enough.
It's weird.
I believe him. What about you, Fafnir?
They seem like decent folk, but there's something about that gnome and that statue I saw. I know he said he doesn't know, and I believe him, but it's just something in the back of my head just gnawing at me that something's off. And if
grab him.
No. I just say we just pay attention is all I think. If I'm not mistaken, those statues were around Mayrule, right?
So
Anybody remember?
it was a figure that looked like Mayrule, but the plate on it said Demnify Nilo.
Demnify Nilo.
And the story you had received previously was Demnify was the great wizard necromancer that he left with claims that he was going to slay Death himself.
So that's
Fafnir. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, good. No, it's just something that's gnawing at me. But yeah, please.
No, Fafnir, I trust your instincts. So let's keep an eye on that guy. I mean, we got to get to Valerian, and these guys are offering us a ride. So I think we take it. But before we go, is there any way we can get into this lighthouse before we go? Because according to you, there's something pretty wild in here, and I'd love to take a look at this before we leave tomorrow.
Is anybody good with lockpicking? Because I'm not.
Absolutely.
You guys door open. You guys were off to the side over by like the entrance to where the lighthouse would be, because like I described, forever ago, there's a doorway that's kind of at the bottom of the stairs there that heads out towards where like the lighthouse would be attached. You've never been in there, you've never asked questions, it never really even kind of came up. That was just something Azamar kind of, that's the lighthouse, we don't use it for anything, kind of thing. And it was always left at that. However, Berta, give me a perception.
Hold on. I know I can do that. Oh, come on, notes, go away. Perception.
Yeah, yours is good.
Nat 20.
Holy
Nat 20.
shit. All right. You notice immediately as it happens, but Grimlock kind of made his way back across the room and tried to nonchalant slide something into your pocket and then walk away. Do you just allow that to happen, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So Grimlock, thinking he's being very sneaky, makes his way kind of across the room through the crowd, slides something in your pocket, and then kind of continues on and, walks back over to Toki and is talking to Toki and Oz, and they're talking to fans and signing things and stuff like that.
I wait till he's slipped into my pocket, kind of let him feel like he's done a good job, that I haven't noticed anything, and then as he walks away, I kind of turn my back to him and I pull it out of my pocket, kind of revealing it to Nuncle and Fafnir, and be like, that guy you just said you had a feeling about? He just slipped this in my pocket.
And it is a note. It is a little rolled up paper.
I roll it out, trying to kind of keep it cupped, and I read it.
Says, if you'd like to know more, meet me in my quarters on the ship.
Is he propositioning you, or is he telling us to do something?
I hand the note over to Fafnir, and I hand
What's it say?
Go ahead.
I leaned into Nuncle's ear and I said, he says if we want to know more, we have to meet him in his quarters in the ship.
It also says Nuncle has to come butt-ass naked.
Oh, okay.
I take my loincloth off.
But he says leave this. He said leave the sun hat on though. He likes that.
It doesn't come off.
Put your loincloth back on, Fafnir. He's just messing around.
Dude, I'm fucking with you.
People,
Wait,
people see that
my
they're gonna be
loincloth
scared.
on? My
Oh,
loincloth?
sorry. Not cool. Sorry. So
Everybody's in
DM,
loincloths. Woo!
Woo!
DM, now he's saying go out to the ship now and meet him, essentially.
Sorry, I'll say it said tonight on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, meet
Okay.
me in his quarters, and
All
then
right.
you know, if you guys are kind of like turning back towards the group and stuff, Toki's kind of been watching out of the corner of his eye because he wanted to come over.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah.
go and try to get into the lighthouse now? I'm keeping this low. Keeping the lighthouse now, or do you want to wait a minute and then? It looks like he's coming over. Do you want to wait a minute and then go?
Yeah, let's just if he's keeping an eye on us, I don't want to go in the lighthouse while he's watching us. Let's
Smart.
let's make him feel like we're done talking. We're all in a decision. We're going to let him give us a ride. Let him come over to us and say what he has to say, and then once he's, I don't want to, nobody mention him about the note. Clearly, he snuck it into my pocket, not wanting his cohorts to know that he was communicating with us. So let's just keep that between the three of us until we see what he has to say. If that's okay with you guys.
No, cool. I'm gonna stop and eat my stuff then, real quick.
Go ahead, get fed, buddy.
It's cold as fuck now, but yeah, I'll eat it. It's fine.
I'm sure if you ask Grogglepock, he can probably cast a spell and warm it back up.
Oh no, I got this, and I just control the fire. I just give it a little, and then I go back up.
Ah, yeah, that's right. You are Dragonborn. I forgot about that.
So blows a small amount of flame on it. All right, so now that you guys have turned back, obviously Fafnir is, back to his plate. Toki kind of turns back around, comes over to you guys, and goes, I hope discussions went well. He's like, we would like to bid you gentlemen adieu for now. Would like to take a lap of the town, kind of partake in some of the local shops and, visit some places. That's kind of what we do every town we go to. Anytime there's any fans around, we like to go around and see them, make sure that people are interested in the Destinies Guild, and it's, kind of set up that as a goal for, for children and, the likes, for future batches.
Can I ask you a question? I hope you don't mind. I know we're on your schedule and you guys have to leave tomorrow, but could you let us sleep into like 9 or 10 o'clock? We literally have been on the road for the last 2 days, and my buddy Fafnir here hasn't gotten any sleep at all. And before we accompany you, I'd like us all to be well rested, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely, and I'm sure this place is going to be a heck of a party this evening. Uncle's
definitely going to be hungover tomorrow.
I'm doing a keg stand.
Once word gets around that the drinks are free all night here, this place is going to be packed wall to wall. So you fellas have yourself a wonderful evening. Hopefully, we might see you during some of the festivities this evening. But if you wish for a ride, you're welcome to come to the ship tonight or tomorrow or whatever. We'll make you guys comfortable and even provide you with a quarters for the journey.
Thank you so much. We'll meet you in the morning.
Excellent. And him and his two cohorts, they kind of make their way towards the door, shaking hands. Yes, we have more places to be, folks, but hey, maybe we'll be back tonight. We can all drink together. Yeah. People are cheering.
Yeah.
Then out the door they go.
Is just smashed, and he's singing both parts of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights into the microphone up on stage. Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? He's having the time of his life.
Do you love me?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like the way you're doing it. Yeah. So they leave, and then the three of us are left here, and we're like, now that they're out of earshot, I look over at the guys, and I'm like, listen, there's something weird. You're right about Grimlock Fafnir. Why did he slip that note in my pocket? He clearly didn't want Toki or Oz to see him do it. So I think maybe we give those guys some time to clear out, and maybe we go on to see if we can sneak onto the airship and meet Oz in his quarters. I'd be curious as to what he has to say.
I mean, I can't sneak for shit, but we'll at least try to wait till they're not around and get on there.
Yeah,
but
I'm very sneaky.
You can barely stand up.
Unless your dong's dragging on the ground, yeah, you are very sleepy.
I found the biggest
I
female
did it on
orc in the
purpose.
bar, and I'm gonna go try to just hit on her.
Oh, there it is. Spicy McHagginus.
Well, man.
McHaggin,
Hey, Knuckle.
McHagginus. There we go.
Give me a Riz check.
Oh no, what is that even?
Charisma, baby.
Oh, I'm good
So-
with that. Okay.
Yeah, your D20 plus your charisma modifier.
Yep, so it's a +2 for you.
That's a 3. I'm just kidding.
Thakma 2.0. Oh no.
Oh yeah. What about Thakman though too?
He will be returning.
That's a 9.
So, you go
Have you
over
ever
and
watched wrestling?
you,
I'm a big deal.
I'm undefeated heavyweight champion, you know. I have
the
a belt.
only flirting you have seen as of late has been the flirting of Thakma, the Rizonator of your group. So you're trying to apply some of those same tactics. And it
I have
is
a belt.
not going well.
Okay, I want to do something. I'm going to walk over. I'm going to try to bail Nuncle out here, right? So I
Give me a
walk over.
wingman check.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I walk over to her, and I look at Nuncle, and then I look at her, and I kind of get up on my tippy toes, and I kind of get into her personal space, and I look deeply into her eyes, and I shake my head, and I get into my pocket, and I get a gold coin out, and I lean over to Nuncle, and I give him a gold
Jesus.
coin, and I go, you know what, Nuncle? You're right. Those are the
You're
prettiest
right.
eyes I've ever seen, and I just walk away.
I see what's happening. I come rushing up with a little bit of my parchment and a quill, and I go, "Mr. Nuncle, sir, I'm a big fan. Can I have your autograph, please, sir?"
You know me.
You're
Just
the
go
world
with
champion, man. You're the wrestling heavyweight world champion, sir.
That's true. Oh, okay. I guess I'll sign your paper.
And I write
Thank
Nuncle
you.
in big block letters.
Give me a
Am I rolling
deception check, Fafnir. Because
What
Knuckle
should I-
just went, but you know me.
What should I roll for mine?
What a dick.
Yours is charisma. Yeah, since yours was
Let me get my
and
deception.
how you two roll is going to determine whether I give John or Knuckle here a re-roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
My character sheet wasn't up. I apologize. I'm bringing it up right now to see what my deception is.
Oh,
Here we
good.
go. Deception is
Uh-oh.
+4. Okay.
You're +4.
Well, it's a 10. She
So
is
you
drinking.
guys come
so-
over.
Congratulations,
Yes,
guys.
yes.
We're the most unfuckable group of adventurers in all of the world.
So
I'm religious, so I don't partake. But yeah,
Brody comes over, drops the line with the gold coin, and she's like, And then Fafnir comes in with, can I get your autograph? And, Knuckle looks at you in his ever honest Knuckle and goes, but you know me. And she's like, my friends are waiting for me. I gotta get back to that. They're gonna be so worried. You guys are all so sweet. And then she starts making her way away. She's like, I think.
Can I try to nonchalantly move my leg so my loincloth moves just enough for her to see my ginormous dick?
roll for
The
dick.
Hail Mary. The Hail Mary pass. Let's go.
slight-
Let's go. Yeah.
Like a sleight of
It's the
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give me a slight hand.
Sleight of cock.
Give me a slight of
Roll
dick.
for
Yeah.
roll for a dick show.
I get +4 on this, so
You get +4 on a cock look.
+4 to flasher is what's happening, right?
It's more like a +10, if you know what I mean.
it's 14.
You very
14 inches
successfully
flapping.
go. Oh, I really gotta go. I gotta go.
Ah,
Oh, wait,
shit! You went for the
I just kind of, I just kind of sigh and.
Nuncle, don't feel bad, buddy. You would have blown her back out anyways. And
Is there
we'd
an
have
older,
a-
less attractive orc at the bar,
Oh, hell
sitting by
yeah.
herself?
There's a barfly at the bar that is there every other day. That
I'm
is
kind of like just kind of like twiddling my fingers and like pondering it.
You're better than that, Nuncle.
And I decide against it.
So I go over and I pat I on Uncle's substantial back and I go, hey buddy, listen, it happens to the best of us. But you know what? Babe Ruth, a famous orc batter in this world, once said, I miss big or I hit big, and that time you missed big, buddy. But you know what? That's a hell of a bat to swing. So, you know what I mean? All things considered, I think you're doing okay.
Thanks.
You know, whenever you're feeling down, Uncle, just remember you have a massive hog. Never forget that.
Never forget it, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her loss is.
So, what do you say? What do you say? The three of us meander out here to this airship and see if we can have a talk with this orc.
I'm an orc.
no,
sorry.
no, but
No,
yeah, you're
no,
good.
No, they all look the
I
same.
thought you meant. I thought we were following that orc outside. And I was like, I'm going to get. I'll shoot my shot again. No means yes, right?
So as we walk out, as we go to walk outside, we look over, and this orc that Nuncle was hitting on is like ugly making out with Robert Paulson, like at the stage. Is where he's just like he's like standing on a stool, and he's like tongue fucking her face, like they're just like the drunk couple at the bar, just completely making out. And
That's awesome.
That's my boy.
I was gonna say though, that's your prodigy, man. That's
Robert Paulson's
my
out
boy.
there just getting it.
Robert Paulson's got voice and riz, buddy. I think we need to bring him along on our adventure.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to catch his overflow.
Robert.
Oh yeah, Knuckle, what's up? Hey, hold on, 1 second, baby. I'll be back. And then he crawls out off the stool, and comes right over and goes, "Hey, Knuckle, you see that? That's
Listen, little buddy. How fast can you get yours? Because we gotta get hitting the road.
We got till tomorrow.
We'll come back and get him.
Yeah,
We got
you just
tomorrow.
do your thing. Do you have protection?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. Robert Paulson,
he's got
have fun.
sparkle
You guys
fingers.
have fun too.
You know
Come
what?
back and get me if you got more fun to have.
uh,
But I'm gonna go have fun, and
How
then he just
about it?
fucking
How
drunkenly
about it?
takes off.
Robert,
he has
before you leave-
sparkle fingers. He's good.
Yeah. Robert, hey, just do us a favor. If you do end up with that substantial orc over there this evening, make her call you Nuncle at some point in time in the evening, okay? Let him get a win.
Oh yeah. And as he's running back, he's like, "Hey baby, you're gonna call me Knuckle." And then he starts crawling back at the stool.
Oh, that Robert Paulson, man. We did good.
I like that guy. I'm sorry for you, Nuncle, but at least one of us got there. You know what I mean?
I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I can't be mad.
He learned from the best, buddy. He learned from the best.
All right.
See, his
So
he never watched Thakma, so he's
That's right. He's an entity unto himself.
that's right.
I'm religious, so I don't hit him. I don't shoot shots because I'm religious. I don't do that.
All right. So now the three
I
of
live
you.
very-
You said you're stepping out now. You're leaving.
Unless
the
Fafnir or
beacon.
Nuncle have something else they want to do.
I was going to suggest that we go to the lighthouse, but if Knuckles fucking trashed and we can't do anything with him, and
I can break a door down.
Well, I
If
think
I
that
bl-
I mean, I can do that. I would thought we'd try to do something a little bit more finesse than. I mean, I can knock a door down. Did you not see me bend those
that's true.
fucking bars?
That's true. That's
Just
true.
saying,
That's
like,
true. Actually, I
boys.
think my
boys, you're both so strong. So strong. All right. I just want you to know, like, not just strong physically, but like you are strong, independent men. All right. So I believe in both of you. Hear me out. Maybe we go talk to Grimlock. We can always come back here. We can get on the ship.
That's
We can
true.
get off the ship. They're not leaving. Let's see if
That's
he can
true.
provide some insight, because I feel like he saw us going over there, and maybe he was trying to tell us something.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart. Knuckle, do you need somebody to carry you up this thing, or you got it?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay.
I trust him. I'd let him
wh-
drive.
Where do we climb this? Where's this ship at anyway? Is it just sitting out here? Or?
So there's a docks that are off the side of Last Light that they are.
Okay.
You would presume that like that's kind of where the ship was heading when you saw it was towards the docks. All airships
Okay.
can land on water, and usually they have landing gear to land on land as well. So
It's a pontoon boat. I get it.
yeah.
It's a pontoon plane, whatever they call them. Yeah. But anyway,
So let's see if we can get onto the ship and figure out where Grimlock's quarters are.
Let's do some checking first, guys. Make sure we don't have any prying eyes watching us do this.
Oh yeah, you guys have Night Watch, don't you, or Night Vision?
Dark Sight. Yeah.
I don't, but he does.
Knuckle, could you give us
Wouldn't matter anyway,
ocular pat down of the surrounding area of the ship? Make sure nobody's rubbernecking looking at us.
With one eye open, I'm kind of like
fucking drunk guy. We gotta lift.
We're good.
So you guys are making your way down to the docks then, right? To go kind of scope out the situation, see what you're looking at here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk down the street. The docks aren't far from the beacon here. You walk down to the docks. There's kind of the loading, unloading area. There's cranes that are still unloading stuff from like a couple of ships that are docked. And then also docked in the space is a very sleek looking ship that has I guess you couldn't really see these, so it's just a very elegant, very sleek looking sailing ship. It does not have what most airships have. Most airships have the 4 corner posts that come out, go up with the propellers, but the ship does not have those. But it is very obviously the most elegant ship in the dock, so you would assume that this is their airship.
Must use magic propulsion.
Yeah, and then on the side of the ship, the name of the ship is World's End.
Guys, we got to get us one of these ships. This thing's amazing.
My dad has one of these.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you do, man? Like, what's your family?
He's a warlord.
Warlord does pay good.
Oh,
does pay good.
Oh,
He ravages continents for money, lays waste. You know.
Skull fucking.
Oh.
We're not on talking terms. Let's just say I won't be invited to the family ravaging skull fucking ceremony.
I have to kill your dad, man. I'm not even playing around. Like I would have to kill your father.
So let's maybe avoid meeting him.
Maybe, but if I know something and I don't do anything with it, I could break my oath doing that. So
he's kind of a dick. I would stay out of it because
I might have to pray on this one.
Knuckle says, Warlord, obviously Fafnir the character would not know this, so whatever drunken Knuckle tells you is, the way it goes. However, his father's not just a roving warlord, he's the general of the army of Baka. But they're very warlord-y.
Okay.
Now, Baka has not been an aggressive nation for years. They there's no wars, no nothing like that, like we've said before. However, they are not known to be they're not known to be huggers. So
I say, hey Fafnir, don't worry, an uncle might be I'm sure that his dad's a badass fellow, but he might not be as bad as Knuckles painting him.
Yeah, I'll pray on this later, but I think everything's okay. But yeah, anyway, let's get up this thing. Let's go find this thing and get up there.
So can I do a perception check of the ship? Is there anybody looking, watching, seeing us? They have a guard posted? Like, what's the situation here?
So they do. So the ship does have a crew. If you want to give me a perception check, I'll give you, because you can obviously see people moving. So with your perception, I'll give you what you see.
Oh my God, this is what I'm paying for us doing so well the last time. 7. I told you it was going to come back around.
So yeah, you definitely see people moving on the ship. You can see, a couple people standing at the end of the gangplank. No real detail of anything, but you could tell that the ship is occupied.
Okay.
Okay. Do we just say that we have permission to be on board?
That's what I was going to say. We're allowed to be here.
Yeah, that's true.
Nick's chomping at the bit right now. Like.
No, not at all.
GM's like, yeah, get on the ship. Get on the ship, you little fuckers. Come on. All right. So I will say this. Let's just, you guys, gentlemen, Follow me. I got this one.
All right.
I get up
I'm
on
following
the
you,
ship,
cowboy.
however you're supposed to.
Yep,
I got
so you
this
walked
one.
out of the docks. There's a gangplank that comes down off of the ship, that connects it to the dock. There's a couple of armed sailors standing at the end of the gangplank. As you walk up, they stand a little bit more in attention, but not like full on soldier attention. They just kind of stiffen up a little bit, and they're like, "Can we help you?"
Yeah, gentlemen. We need to do me a favor
We're
right
part
now.
of the guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've heard some things. I am Fafnir. I'm with the Order of the Last Rites. I've heard some things about the ship. I just came to inspect it real quick. I'm doing an intimidation at him.
Okay.
Or at least that's my intention.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's a dirty 20.
Ooh. Like, Captain didn't tell us there were any inspections coming.
Nope, this is a surprise inspection. We don't really talk about this that often. We just come up and we just make sure everything's working out great. I just need to see you in a couple of cabins, and I'm out of your hair.
Captain's not here. The first mate is on board. Grimlock's on board, but Captain Toki and our quartermaster are still out in the city. I'm sure that.
Oh no, it's fine. We're not going to talk about this. Just go about your business, do your things. We're not here to bother anybody. We're just doing our check and we're leaving. We're not doing anything to cause any trouble. Not going into the captain's quarters, nothing like that. Just looking in and looking on and moving on.
Okay, what's that? He fucking kicks his buddy. It's with him. He goes, "Tuck your fucking shirt in," and he's like, "Yeah, no, on the ship. Come on, guys. Hey." And as he's walking,
pretend we're not here.
He's like, "Yeah, no, definitely. You won't find anything wrong when you inspect our ship." He says it loudly.
Nuncle has a clipboard.
Untucked shirt. One inspection. Okay.
Nuncle just pulls a clipboard out of his head.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Like, where the
Has
fuck
that been in there the entire time, Nuncle?
Yeah, it's from my first wrestling match, actually.
Knuckles' fucking ass just holds everything. Like, he's gonna pull a fucking live rabbit out of there one day.
When Nuncle trains all of his muscles, he does like 100-pound Kegels every morning with his ass. Like hangs half the dumbbell out of it.
No, everybody go about your business like normal because there's an inspection.
Pretend we're not here. We're okay. Do you think? Okay.
And then
So
everybody's a little bit stiffer and swabbing the deck and moving crates, but like side-eyeing you as you're walking around.
I just keep giving them, pretend we're not here. Pretend we're not here. We're just looking. Nobody's in trouble yet. Let's just make sure. And I'm like running my finger up the side of the bow. And I just look at it, and I go like this, and
I pick up a handful of dirt off the side of the floor.
I'm checking the barnacles
right down
and stuff.
right on the clipboard.
Dirt is bad.
Okay.
And I just
tastes tangy.
Not off to a great start, gentlemen, but Brody is the real test here. My heart here.
I'm just like, I lean over to Nuncle and I like sniff the sniff his clipboard. I'm like,
not
oh
great,
my God.
Gentlemen, not great.
Okay, sir.
You've made your way aboard the ship, posing as inspectors.
Okay, nice. Let's come with me. Let's keep quiet now, and we walk towards the different door. I'm just like looking for something that would indicate a first mate's door.
So there's
Brody go first.
There's obviously there's the captain's quarters, which is usually the above deck quarters, and then there are stairs kind of on either side of the main deck that go down into the ship as well.
Nuncle, what'd you say?
I was going to say we should let Brody go because he got the pocket note.
Oh yeah, very smart. Actually, yes. Brody, you just go. We're going to keep inspecting the boat here. We're inspecting the boat.
So
go ahead, buddy.
So I'm going down by myself while you guys inspect the boat.
You guys pick up that box as many times as you can.
If you
I wait till these two. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say before you go, I just lean in real close. I go, Hey man, if you get in any kind of trouble, just give us the signal, okay? You know what the
Hear a
signal
dog?
is, don't you?
What's the fucking signal?
What's the signal?
It's boom. You give us that,
Okay.
and
Okay, yeah.
we will
Yeah.
come running.
Okay. You got it. Wait till these two get to the other end of the ship, kind of away from the stairs, and they start
Knuckle,
barking
check out
people.
the steps there. It looks
And
like
as
one's
they're kind
creepy.
of, everybody's looking at them, I kind of go down the stairs into the bows of the ship.
Yeah, so there's this is a fair for like I said, it's a sleek ship, but it is a large ship. You know, it is definitely like a battle ready large vessel, pretty large crew. And this crew is a wide assortment of races and just like different folks, from all over the place. You got bird people like Eric Cocker running around. You've got lizard folk. You've got gnomes and
Dragonborn?
elves and just all manner of folk running around this ship.
Any dragon folk? Any dragon folk?
High or low?
We'll go high.
Nope, no dragon folk though.
Shit.
There are not as many dragonborn in this kind of region, but there's a chance because it's a Pandora-based vessel. So
it is a rare thing to have one of us walking about. So not too many humans banging dragons yet. So
not these days. No,
I get
less
it.
bards running around.
I get it. Well, like I said, my mom changed into a human-looking creature. Like she was basically a woman at that time. It wasn't like my dad got up and behind a dragon was like going at it like donkey, but like it was
Tesco.
No, not like Tesco. There's another donkey. I can't remember what his name is.
It's from that play, Shrek,
Oh my!
I think they just called him Donkey.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, he's
a swamp donkey.
Yep. He's a third cousin
Shrek with his talking donkey.
Yeah, he's on your mother's side, right?
Yep.
So those two are raising hell in the upper deck. Downstairs, I do an investigation check to see if I can figure out where the first mate's quarters are.
Sure. So when you go down the stairs, the kind of the first floor of the ship that you come into is more of like a battle ready deck. Lots of cannons and like armaments and stuff like that. Like this is where they would kind of stage for battles and that sort of thing. The next layer down below, you go down another set of stairs, and it is a hall lined with doors.
Okay.
And at one end of the hallway, there is one door labeled quartermaster, one door labeled first mate.
I gently knock on the first mate's door.
I see
He's
some
quartermaster. He's a quartermaster. Excuse me.
No, he was first mate.
Oh, first mate. Yeah, I gently knock on.
He was first mate. Yep, and you guys just learned that actually when you walked on. So,
yeah.
But he the door creaks open and he goes, Grimlock pokes his head out and goes, "Just you?"
My two friends are upstairs and making complete asses of themselves right now, but fear not, they can handle themselves.
Excellent. Come on in. No, that's perfect. Come in.
Hello, sir. Listen, Grimlock, is there any particular reason why you decided to slip that note to me, unbeknownst to your fellow friends?
Yes, have a seat. And he kind of gestures to a chair, and his room is kind of wild looking in here. The table is just covered in gizmos and gadgets and gears and springs, and there's he's got like schematics and stuff all over his walls, just kind of pinned up all over the place, and drawing pads out, and all manner of different things strewn about.
I'm just kind of amazed because I've never seen anything like this since my home of Gilead was destroyed. It just reminds me of being back home in the castle and seeing all the amazing technology we used to have.
So
I'm just
it very much does. It very much reminds you of the artificers and the inventors of kind of the region of Gilead. A lot of this, yeah, I mean, it's, some of it definitely looks like it would belong to firearms if you look at it. There, like I said, there's all kinds of gizmos and gadgets, but you can definitely make out like there's barrels on the table and all kinds of stuff. He's like, please have a seat. He's like, I don't want to be long. Toki and Ozzy will be back anytime now.
I have to tell you, Grimlock, I haven't seen devices of this magnitude since my home was destroyed. It's amazing what you have.
Yes. I was a big fan of what they were doing in Aletha. We spent some time in Aletha, and I learned a lot from that region, and the gunslingers and the tomes and whatnot that were left by many of your people. But that's unfortunately not why I brought you here, Brody. And
you clearly seem like you're a man in a hurry. What do you have to tell me, Grimlock?
Oh, we are in a hurry. I would like to get you off the ship so that Toki does not know that we spoke today. But I want to tell you, be weary of Toki and Ozzy.
Why should I be weary?
We are looking for Azamar. However, I feel like they have ill intent.
Why should I trust you?
I'll be honest with you, Birdie. Your scaly friend was right. That was me in that statue. If you were in those mines, that was me. And I am a longtime friend of Azamar's, and I am trying to keep him safe here. Once again, you gentlemen have been brought into something that I don't know that you fully understand. You may never fully understand. However, just know that I am an ally, and I don't know that that Toki and Ozzy have the same mindset for Azamar.
I can't see it.
Can't
see it, buddy.
Oh wait,
can't see, man.
Basically, Grimlock, I'm having a hard time with this. You seem like you're an honest guy, and you definitely look like that statue. And I trust Fafnir. So if you are who you say you are, I believe you. But
he goes, "Hold on, will this help?" And then he poses in the exact pose the statue was like in.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I did in fact pose for the statue.
What? Listen, I'm going to try to keep this quick and get off this ship. But is there any? I'll make sure I relay to my friends that I need to be wary around Toki and Oz. Is there anything in particular I should not tell them? I told them of our adventures, but I told them I was very vague in my description.
If you do have any idea where Azamar is, do not let on.
Do you know where Azamar is?
I do not. Do not tell me either.
Can I depend on you to try to protect Azamar if they do happen to find him?
With my life. And, he kind of does like a little kind of, honor, kind of bow type of thing. He goes, I will protect Azamar with my life. It is why I am on this mission.
I can't read that.
Yeah, I can't read what you're holding up there either. What are you guys doing?
These are my notes that I took.
Yeah.
And for anybody that only listens to this show and does not watch the YouTube version, will miss out on that gem of a piece of artwork.
Yes.
I'll try to get what I did. Hold on. Let me see if
back up a little bit.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Up. Wait.
Hold on. Let me turn it.
Praise this little penis. Little penis?
No,
wait,
boys,
he has a penis.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. That's what I wrote. That was my note. That was my notes while we were doing shit.
Grimlock, do you think that
sorry,
we're safe getting on this ship and traveling?
I can guarantee you that you gentlemen are not anybody's targets.
Your boss kind of thinks we're dumb, doesn't he?
Very much so.
Okay.
He does not hide it very well. Captain Choki, he's a good man, but I'm worried that he may have been corrupted. I cannot prove this at this time, but I can assure you that your passage to Larian with us will be safe. But do not give him any more than you have given him.
I will not. Now, knowing Azamar, do you know of any way for us to be able to get into that lighthouse before we leave tonight? Before we leave in the morning?
If he doesn't want you in there, you're not getting in there.
Interesting. I have one more question, and this is going to seem odd. Is there a place to store a donkey on this ship?
Oh, absolutely. We, if you do have,
Steven.
if you do have,
yeah.
if you do have mounts, we could certainly bring them aboard.
Because if I don't bring a horse and a donkey along with me, I'm going to have two compatriots that are going to be completely inconsolable.
Absolutely, I completely understand. No. We have a grand amount of storage in the bottommost deck of our vessel here.
Before I leave, is there any other thing you need to tell me? Anything else I need to know?
No, I just wanted to warn you that if you do know of and which I do believe you do know of Azamar's location, do not tell my partners.
Well, if we do know, we haven't figured it out yet. We genuinely don't know where he went.
Yeah, you do. He told you.
Okay.
He told you in the note you have.
Oh, he told us in the note. Yes.
Yes. It was not the scroll, but in the other note that he left you, he had gone to Zael, to the floating city, and he said he had gone to help a friend.
Okay. Well, I will not let on with anybody to anybody that we know where he is. But is there anything we can do to prevent Toki and Oz from chasing him down after they drop us off? We got to. Is there any way we can warn him? What do you recommend we do in a situation like this? You seem to know him better than we do.
Yeah, cracks his knuckles and he goes, "You leave that to me."
Okay.
Just, I would say, if Azamar has left you any instructions, follow them, and welcome to the guild, boys.
Listen, Grimlock, you seem like you're a compatriot of ours, and I trust you. So I want to give you my group's secret symbol. If you ever need to send us a note or communicate with us and let us know that it's you, you need to put this on the note. And I get a quill out from my pocket. I lick it and I draw a big meaty dick on what looks like a spare piece of parchment on his paper. And I go, listen, this is the mark of Nuncle, and we won't. If we see this, we'll know it was you.
He kind of tears that corner of the paper off, looks at it, then reaches inside his vest and tucks it away. And he goes, "Thank you. I'll remember that if I try and reach out to you at all."
What's the chances that these guys on the upper deck are going to remember us tomorrow when we all come back?
The chances are very slim. It is evening. Most of them are probably working while drunk.
Okay, so they're basically in the same place that Uncle is right now.
Yes, I would say very close.
If you need to contact me on the slide at any point in time, Grimlock, just let me know on our adventures. We're going to try to sneak off this boat. I'm going to read my compatriots in on what you told me, but thank you for sticking your neck out for us, and thank you for being a friend of Azamar.
Absolutely. Azamar is a truly great man on a truly great mission. His only goal in life has been to preserve this realm and this world that we live in, and for that I will defend him with my life. Always have and always will.
We owe our lives to Azamar, both Nuncle and I. So anything we can do to help him, we're willing to do.
Thank you. If he chose you gentlemen, there's a reason he chose you.
I think he must have known something about Fafnir too that I can't quite put my finger on. But if he included him, then there has to be a reason for it.
He has this way of being able to trace the connections of people and put the right people where they need to be when they need to be there. And for that, I will always commend Azamar. He does find a way to surround himself with those who he needs to surround himself with. It's quite remarkable.
Well, Grimlock, I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to sneak off this ship and grab my 2 friends before anybody gets wise to us being here. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yes. The captain should be back any time now, unless he got held up with more revels and more fans of his. He particularly loves that part of this job.
Seems like he's a man that likes his ego fed. I'll keep that in mind. And I give him the old bow, and I leave the door and head back up to Fafnir and Knuckle.
When you come out, you see Knuckle and I standing beside each other in like one of those open doorways, and I'm running my finger over the top of the panel, and I just like, oh, see Knuckle, do you see this?
Dirt.
See that right there? Just saying. Mark it down.
Gentlemen, I take it we haven't found too many infractions on the top deck of this ship.
Well, I think they pass, but it's like barely.
Their crates are too light, and I'm like eating their crates.
I can tell you.
It's too light. Creative goods and just chucked it off the side. One goes, that's our bread.
Your bread's light.
It's bread.
Well, gentlemen, I can tell you that I've inspected the bows of the ship, and outside of some improperly stored cannonballs that we quickly got rectified, and they don't quite have enough toilet paper on this boat, so they're going to work on that from the town.
Yeah,
other than that,
it's been a problem since COVID.
It's been a problem since COVID. I think there was in the last town they were in, they said there was going to be a winter storm. It was all bought out. They couldn't find any orange juice, eggs, or toilet paper, so they said they're going to work on that here while they're in the North Watch. But before we basically, boys, we ought to get off the ship. I kind of lean into the both of them. I'm like, we got to get off the ship as soon as we can.
Okay, we're doing it right now. All right, guys. Thank you. We're on our way now.
Did we pass?
You got a D minus. You got a D minus. We're out. Keep that swabbed up there.
And fix that toilet paper problem, young man.
As you guys
watch them cannonballs
and start walking away, you hear the guy that you originally intimidated at the bottom of the gangplank. He looks at his buddy. He goes, "We got a D minus. At least we passed." And the other guy goes, Have we ever had our ship inspected before us? What's our old rating? We should ask. I don't know. Maybe we should ask somebody. They just start having a conversation about, D minus. Did we have a D before? I don't know.
I look on Uncle's clipboard and how they rate restaurants in New York, where they give them like an A, B, C, or D when they put it in the window. I peel one off of his clipboard and I lean over to that gentleman that they're talking amongst themselves and I'm like, listen, boys, you barely got away with it this time. You're lucky my buddy Fafnir was giving. Put that and make sure this is displayed in your window. And the next port, try to clean some things up here because next time, nobody's going to want to eat in this ship if you have a D minus in the window. All right, just remember that.
It's just a frowny face that I drew.
The sad frowny face with an orc with a gigantic dick.
It says inspection above it, but it's spelled wrong.
It's spelled wrong. Yep. 3 S's.
Yeah. The P is backwards.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes. So we
in there,
we proceed to sneak off the ship.
Yep, you guys wander off the ship and back up the docks.
And I try to find a dark place in the docks where nobody can see us, and I kind of huddle Fafnir and Nuncle into a corner so I can read them in on what just happened.
Okay.
Nuncle, Fafnir, come here.
Okay.
Hey, listen, huddle up, guys. I talked to Grimlock. You were right, Fafnir. He was that guy from the statue. Spot on. What was his name again?
Grimlock.
No, but what was the name on the statue?
So on his statue, it was scratched out. He was the one that was scratched out.
Short story long. he knows Azamar exceptionally well. He says
Good
they
luck.
go way back, and he did the pose on the statue. It has to be him, and I believe him. He did give me some interesting information, though. One, do not trust Toki or Oz. He said that they don't seem to be bad men, but he thinks that their searching for Azamar has deeper undertones to it. He thinks that Toki in particular may be corrupted. He did promise us safe travel on the ship, but he did say that once he drops us off, he fears that Toki and Oz may go in pursuit of Azamar with ill intent. Now, he did promise me that he would defend Azamar's life with his own, and I believe him. But and where did you say Azamar was again? I keep forgetting.
Zayel. Yeah, Azamar is in Zayel currently. Or that was where his note said he was heading.
Sorry, I'm just taking notes.
Nope, you're good.
I think we should stop by the Twitter post on the way to the bar and send Azamar a tweet to let him know that he may have people in fast on his trail and that they cannot be trusted.
Tip him off, yeah.
It's probably smart.
What do you guys think?
Smart move.
He also said that if we're ever going to make it into the lighthouse, that we'll never get in unless he wants us to get in.
I figured somebody as powerful as him probably has some other safe, things in place just in case, like fail-safe stuff.
What say you, DM? You rolled there. What do we do?
So as you guys are kind of ducked off the side, you didn't go very far off. You just kind of ducked off into, like, I would say probably into the storage area, because that's what's right next to the docks, because the beacon's not very far from the docks, if you look at like the map and stuff. While you guys are kind of standing there having a conversation, Oi! Boys! Have you decided to come to the ship tonight to drink? And it is Toki and Oz that we're walking past, and he happened to roll very high and spot you. And he goes,
I quickly turn around and I go, gentlemen, we just wanted to get some fresh air given the context of all the information that you gave us. So we kind of just meandered down here to check your ship out. We were just curiosity got the best of us. But we're actually going to head back to the Last Light Inn to tuck in for the evening. But like I said, we just wanted to come down here. Not that I don't appreciate your offer, sir. Thank you very much.
He steps forward and he goes, nonsense! And he puts a hand on your back. He goes, I have some of the best vintages in my cabin. Knuckle, right? You love a good ale. Come boys. And he kind of starts to, do
I'm scared of heights.
I roll hold on.
I'm scared of heights.
I roll a deception because I had no, it's not really even deception. You tell me, DM. Again, Toki, I appreciate it, but we have to get back. We have our mule and our horse waiting for us, and I promised the barkeeper. What's the barkeeper's name again?
It's
Grogglepock.
Grogglepock. I promised Grogglepock that we would show him some things on how to lock up and keep the bar before we left tomorrow morning. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to punt on that till tomorrow morning, sir.
Persuasion versus persuasion.
Stephen.
Tesco and Stephen.
I just want to keep falling into your accent, John.
It's contagious.
I don't know why.
I rolled a 12.
I rolled
Nick's
a 20.
really happy. He's really fucking happy.
So he goes,
What's one drink, fellas?
No, I insist. And you can't come up with a good excuse. There's just not one.
Which one?
I insist. And he kind of starts to kind of push and lead you guys back down the docks, down towards the ship.
You could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Once again, I'd like to thank my cast, starting with John as Knuckle Milk Jug, Drew, who plays Brody the Chain, and Brandon as Thakma Strong Hands. And starting this act, we have Mike as Fafnir Vaer joining us from the Shattered Tabletop Gaming Group. Our intro and outro music is Free Me by NEFFEX. All of the maps that we use and that I provide for my players are made through incarnate.com. All of our recording is done using a program called StreamYard, and then I do all of our editing with Wondershare Filmora. Now, I'd like to thank all of you guys for continuing to listen, all of you who have stuck around and enjoyed this story so far. There's so much more to come, so please please subscribe to the channels, follow us wherever you can find us, comment on as many things as possible, and stick around, as I'm sure there's much more to come for you.
You could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free.